There's a theory that Donald Trump's son is a time traveler.
There's proof?
There's a book that came out. It's called The Last President.
In these unsettling videos, the impossible comes to life. Strange figures, eerie events, and chilling moments that defy explanation, all captured on camera, but no one can explain. A woman sat on the subway, applying makeup without a mirror, just staring into her own hand. No reflection, no screen, just her hand, like it showed her something nobody else could see.
I can look like a frog. Do it. It's disgusting.
You can look like a frog.
Nobody's gonna want to make out with me or any of that. Well, who cares?
During a 2018 American Idol episode, Katy Perry croaked like a frog on live TV. Most laughed it off, but some caught on to something else. How natural it sounded, like it wasn't just for show. The way her throat moved didn't sit right with everyone.
Oh God.
It's a tree frog. Yeah.
Touch it, here, touch it.
Oh, this is bad. This is.
Right.
Oh, jeez, that. What are you doing?
At 2 a.m., a shop owner was listening to the Quran when a mysterious figure in a black robe entered. She questioned the Quran being played, then approached him, claiming to be an angel, but her feet looked like horse hooves. She left, but lingered outside, asking him again before finally walking away. The shop owner believed the figure was a jinn, not an angel.
Thank you to that geezer over there, Adam. He said, I've got to find somebody who can be absolutely charisma-free.
Christian Bale thanked Satan during an award speech. Just one line. It wasn't a joke. That's all it took to link him to dark Hollywood rumors. Elon Musk once moved his head during a talk, and his eyes shifted in a way that didn't look normal. Not creepy, just off. The clip spread fast. Then on a podcast, he smiled and admitted he was an alien. Joking, of course. Or maybe not.
It's pretty wild.
It's because I'm an alien. And I keep telling people I'm an alien, but they don't believe me.
Katy Perry, mid-interview at the peak of her career, was caught with her mask off, revealing reptilian pupils. She never explained it. Rihanna's eyes also glitched, raising suspicions that something was hiding behind her fake lenses and surgeries. Maybe it's all to conceal their true reptilian selves. Miley Cyrus, during her wrecking ball phase, displayed strange reptilian traits. Was it finally her shedding her human form? A woman caught on camera shows features too sharp, eyes too wide, and a smile too unsettling. Definitely not human.
The mother's arrest, but the mother says that her 16-year-old daughter, the victim in this case, was also arrested here back on September 18th. Now keep in mind, this is the family story.
This news report takes a weird turn when the reporter suddenly jumps out of frame, and the cameraman seems to hide something. Viewers notice the reporter's neck turning an eerie green. Could it be a glitch or something more sinister?
There's a theory that Donald Trump's son is a time traveler.
There's proof?
There's a book that came out. It's called The Last President. In the book, the main character, his name is Baron. He has a mentor and he teaches him about time travel. His mentor is named Don. Donald Trump's son is named Baron Trump. He has a mentor named Don, just like Donald Trump.
Some say the Trump family didn't just gain power. They inherited it from a different timeline. Books written long before Trump's time eerily describe a boy named Baron and a man called Don. It feels too specific, like someone went back and made sure the story was already written.
When it comes to aliens, there's some things I just can't tell you on air.
Obama never talked about aliens directly, but when he did speak on the topic, his words felt too careful. He hinted at things he couldn't say, smiled too calmly, and changed the subject just a little too fast. He didn't deny.
Is that there's footage and records of objects in the skies that we don't know exactly what they are.
One theory claims JonBenet Ramsey never vanished. She changed. Some believe she grew up to become Katy Perry. Same features, same eyes. Even the parents look alike.
And finally, questions about Biden's health persist. This after a video went viral on social media suggesting that President Biden has been replaced by a doppelganger who wears a mask designed to resemble the president.
Biden's behavior shifted. His voice, face, and posture all felt off. That's when the theory began. He was replaced. A puppet for hidden powers. The public sees one man, but some believe another pulls the strings. Jim Carrey flashed a triangle sign on live TV, then laughed it off. But people noticed. Over time, his weird interviews and cryptic jokes fed rumors. Some think he wasn't kidding.
You don't know what it is. You don't know what that is.
I have no idea.
You don't know. Jimmy Fallon doesn't know. David Letterman doesn't know.
We don't know.
All the comics and show business don't know what this is.
During a speech, Hillary Clinton lifted a glass of water. Her hand moved, but the water stayed still. No swallow, no throat movement, just a perfect loop. To some, it wasn't just odd. It felt inhuman, like a mask slipping.
A lot of conspiracy theorists believe that Beyonce signaled that she's part of a secret society bent on world domination.
Not the Illuminati.
Forget the lights for a second.
Beyonce formed a triangle on stage with her hands. Quick, subtle, but too clean to miss. That shape. Same one linked to the Illuminati. She's done it before, always mid-performance. The move looked rehearsed, but the meaning stays buried.
Have you ever seen the website or heard about this?
I've heard about it.
They find old paintings and old pictures from like the 1500s of dudes that look like you.
Okay.
So they just think that you've been on the earth since.
Keanu Reeves hasn't aged in decades. Then came the 1847 painting, Paul Mounet, a man who looks exactly like him. Same face, same eyes. People joke, but the theory lingers. Maybe time really doesn't apply to him. At a concert, Diljit Dosanjh smiled, then shifted his fingers into the triangle sign. Quick and quiet, but noticeable. It wasn't part of the routine, just another hint that the stage hides more than music.
Well, you know how Elvis Presley died in like 1977?
Yeah.
There's facts that he's still alive. There's a guy in a mental institute named Jesse something, right?
Yeah.
And he's like claiming, he kind of looks like Elvis Presley. And he was claiming that, I am Elvis Presley, I am Elvis Presley.
Elvis supposedly vanished in 1977, but in a remote facility, a man appears. Same voice, same habits, same look. Records say he's no one. DNA says otherwise. If true, the king didn't leave. He just changed his address.
When your president met our queen at Buckingham Palace last year, he rolled up in the Beast, a huge reinforced Cadillac built to resist bullets, missiles, even chemical attacks.
A CBS anchor once reported on the royals, then slipped in something strange. Not everyone seems fully human, but what people really noticed was him. Wide eyes, not a single blink.
No, my husband is not vaccinating people and putting a microchip in her arm because that technology doesn't even exist and he's never uttered the words out of his mouth, so.
Bill Gates once gave a TED talk predicting a deadly virus before anyone else heard about it. When the outbreak hit, his foundation was already involved in vaccines. To some, it looked smart. To others, it looked staged. Over time, Putin's face changed. Not aged, changed. Shape, eyes, even the way he walks. Old clips don't line up. He acts cold, then suddenly warm. Experts have tried explaining it, but people notice. They say he's been swapped out. Maybe once, maybe more. There are whispers that the Pope carries more than scripture. In rare moments caught on video, he reacts to unseen forces, stumbling, trembling, like fighting something invisible. Some say these are exorcisms. Others say it's darker than that.
I'm speaking to you at what I know is an increasingly challenging time. A time of disruption in the life of our country. A disruption that has brought grief to some, financial difficulties to many, and enormous changes to the daily lives of us all.
A slow motion clip of Queen Elizabeth caught something off. For just a frame, her eyes changed. Slit-shaped, sharp. The kind of thing you'd miss unless you were really looking. But people noticed. Some say Stephen Hawking wasn't Stephen Hawking, that somewhere along the way, he was replaced. His speech, his expressions, even his face seemed to shift subtly. Not enough to alarm, just enough to unsettle. The story of Hitler's final moments is one of fire and ruin. But some believe that's just a story. Old reports claim he escaped, fled across oceans, and lived quietly while the world moved on. Witnesses say they saw him. Governments say they didn't, but the trail never really went cold. Some believe Michael Jackson faked everything and returned as burn survivor Dave. Same voice, same movements. Dave appeared on live TV, and people saw right through it. If true, Jackson didn't vanish. He just changed faces. This squirrel blinked into existence in the middle of a street. It wasn't there. Then it was. No rustle, no sound. Just there, moving like nothing happened. People watched it in silence, like reality skipped a beat, and this thing slipped in through the crack. A man threw trash into a bin, and it froze mid-air, just stuck there, like the world paused. No wind, no tricks. A moment out of place, where even gravity forgot its job. It didn't fall. It just hovered like the rules had changed. A girl bent to grab a bauble, and it vanished. 1 second it was there, then gone. Her mom rewound the video. It was never touched, never moved, like time took it back, as if something decided it wasn't supposed to be touched. Rihanna's halftime show sparked theories. The symbols, the pyramid stage, the gestures, none of it felt random. Many believe it was a public nod to the Illuminati, hidden in plain sight. The 17th century portrait of Sebastian de Mora looks almost exactly like Peter Dinklage. Same face, same stare, same presence. It's not just a resemblance, it's unsettling. Maybe it's past lives, maybe a glitch, but it feels too precise to ignore. Drake's fame didn't grow. It was planted. One day he was on Degrassi, and the next day he owned the charts. No struggle, no dirt, just smooth sailing. People call it talent. Others think it looks like a rollout, one that was planned long before the music dropped.
Just right now, I'm realizing that I signed my soul. I sold my soul to the devil. I signed myself to the devil.
A woman once said on camera she sold her soul. Her eyes weren't acting. Later she backtracked, but the damage was done. Whether it was real or not, the truth slipped out for a second, and that second changed everything. During the inauguration, Eric Trump flashed a hand sign, an upside-down triangle. It lasted a second, but it looked way too familiar. Freemason? Illuminati? Maybe nothing, or maybe a quiet signal in plain sight. Lady Gaga outside a London hotel didn't move like a person. She walked like something rebooting. Eyes blank, posture stiff, energy gone. People said she was tired. Others said it wasn't her at all. Maybe the real one never even left the hotel.
Get a bit closer.
When Lil Nas X dropped his Satan shoes, it didn't just stir up controversy, it turned heads. These customized Nike Air Max 97s, with their pentagram charm and Luke 10:18 inscription, were limited to 666 pairs and released alongside his hellish music video.
You spent almost $1,000 on a ticket, right? And you can't remember anything?
It felt like so surreal. Afterwards, as we were leaving, I was like, did she play this song? I don't remember this song. I don't remember her doing that.
Taylor Swift fans claim to have experienced something unsettling after attending her concert. Total memory loss. Despite waiting for months or years for the event, they walked out with no recollection of the night, feeling like it never happened.
Emotion and memory are closely intertwined, and if you have a strong emotion, you can either heighten a memory or you can suppress it. And in the Taylor Swift concerts, it looks like,
you know, what was going on in my life at 15, and that's how I got introduced to the music industry. Because I swear I wanted to be like the Amy Grant of music, but it didn't work out, and so I sold my soul to the devil.
In a chilling early interview, Katy Perry casually mentioned she had sold her soul to the devil to make it in music. It was a hauntingly serious confession. Her rapid rise to fame took everyone by surprise. But was it too easy? What did she really have to give up?
So much information was hid from the American public.
How many shots were fired? 3?
JFK's assassination remains clouded by mystery. Was it just a tragic act of violence? Or was there a deeper, darker agenda at play? Conspiracy theorists point to powerful government forces and secret organizations as being behind the plot. With so many questions left unanswered, the truth may never be fully known.
I've not been charged with that. In fact, nobody has said that to me yet. The first thing I heard about it was when the newspaper reported in the hall.
I think I've been able to use it in kind of different ways this time. I was actually listening to like really old demos the other day, and my voice is a lot softer, and it's changed lots, it's developed a lot.
Ellie Goulding once confessed to kind of getting possessed by the devil during performances. She described blacking out and even giving herself a concussion from intense headbanging. Some brushed it off as passion, but her tone suggested something more. What if it wasn't just the music taking control of her?
It's still a pop record. It's my definition of what I think, my own version of pop music. I kind of get possessed by the devil when I'm performing. I like headbanged so hard that I got concussion.
An ancient Egyptian bust at Chicago's Field Museum eerily resembles Michael Jackson. Some think it's a sign of reincarnation or time travel. More than just a coincidence, it feels like a hidden message from the past.
Once thought to have been shot dead in 1996 during one of the most storied conflicts in rap history, legendary artist Tupac Shakur has recently been discovered to have been alive.
In 2004, Suge Knight was seen with a man who looked exactly like Tupac. Some believe Tupac faked his passing and has been living in secret. Maybe the trick wasn't his death, but making us believe it.
This entire time in his Southern California home, playing on Agency. Shakur, going by the steam name Thug's Mansion Bodyguard, has appeared to live a quiet life since surviving his attack.
Kanye, you have
well, I met like 5 or 6 different Kanye.
Kanye West disappeared in 2022 and returned with a new look and strange energy. Fans wonder if the real Kanye is gone, replaced by someone else, or something more sinister.
If I ever went anywhere, we know why.
Jack Ma vanished after criticizing China's financial system in 2020. Some think it was a warning to others about challenging authority. His disappearance wasn't just about business, and only recently did he return, but not the same.
Another missing piece of the jigsaw, Diana's fears that she'd be murdered. That fits in with what Al-Fayed had said. It also fits in with the large flash. That would explain.
Princess Diana predicted someone would tamper with her car's brakes, and years later, she died in a crash. Was it just paranoia, or did she foresee her fate?
85% of the ordinary people of this country believe Diana was murdered with my son.
When Bruce Lee passed, it was suspicious. While it's officially attributed to a painkiller reaction, his family believes something darker was involved. New theories suggest feuds or hidden agendas behind his sudden passing, leaving the truth elusive.
Can you believe that people think you're Taylor Swift?
Actually, I can. It's exciting.
Some Taylor Swift fans think she might be a time traveler. A vintage ad featuring an actress who looks like Swift fueled these rumors, but it turned out to be actress Toni Hudson.
It's not Taylor Swift, it's me, Toni Hudson, right here in the flesh. I did that commercial.
Billie Eilish's tweet about selling her soul stirred speculation. Her dark lyrics, like "My Lucifer is Lonely," tie into satanic themes, leading some to wonder if there's more behind her music than just art.
Just remember though now that I sold my soul to Satan.
Sam Smith's Grammy performance shocked many with its cryptic message and devilish imagery. Fans began to question if Smith had aligned with darker forces, making their performance feel like a tribute to Satan.
When I was trying to decide the title of my album, I realized it had 2 different sounds. One represented who I really am, and one sounded like my alter ego. So I decided to split it into 2.
Beyoncé's transformation into Sasha Fierce on stage has intrigued fans. Is it just a persona, or does it represent a different energy that takes over her during performances? The true nature of Sasha Fierce remains a mystery.
Satanism thing is like, I'm sorry, when did I say that I was a Satanist?
Doja Cat's music videos and social media have sparked rumors of Satanism, with dark and occult imagery that some fans speculate might be a deeper connection. However, she's denied these claims, stating they're part of her bold persona. not a belief system.
Zuckerberg, I remember well your first visit to Capitol Hill back in 2010.
At a tech event, Mark Zuckerberg's stiff movements and blank expression raised eyebrows, leading many to think a robot might have replaced him. It was such an odd, robotic-like walk that some believe the real Zuckerberg wasn't there at all.
Do you think Palantir taught Cambridge Analytica, as press reports are saying, how to do these tactics?
Senator, I don't know.
They're like identical dogs and they're frozen.
On an Australian beach, 2 dogs stood frozen, completely still, while everything around them moved normally. The eerie sight sparked speculation of a glitch in the Matrix. Time seemed to stop only for them. Strange, right?
Have you seen it? It's like a Matrix glitch.
A video of Joe Biden at a concert outside the White House shows him standing completely still, his body frozen in place, while everyone around him moved normally. Some online suggested he was an alien or had superpowers, but the government denied anything unusual. At a subway station, a girl jokingly kicked her friend's shoe out of the train, but when she turned around, time seemed to freeze. People were stuck mid-motion, like a scene loading in slow motion. It was as if she had stepped into a glitch, leaving her to wonder if she wasn't meant to be there. A man on a flight in China jolted awake, eyes wide, shaking. He said this was the 7th time, the last 6. The plane crashed. He remembered all of it, over and over again. Now he was screaming to get off. Nobody knew what to do. A guy found a mirror dumped on the side of the road, filmed it, then walked into it, like water, like stepping through air. The footage cuts after that. No follow-up, no return. Just a shaky video and a mirror that doesn't show what it should. A man stepped out and froze. A cat stood by the tap, paw lifted, water flowing, but it didn't move. Not even a blink. It looked alive, but felt hollow, like it got stuck between seconds. A few minutes later, it snapped out of it. In the woods, a squirrel stopped mid-bite, eyes wide, frozen like a broken GIF. The hiker didn't move. Everything around him felt muted, like sound dropped out of the world. Then the squirrel twitched and went back to eating, but the silence had already crawled under his skin. An airplane floated in place, not falling, not flying, just stuck. A perfect still frame in the sky. People gathered, recording, whispering. For 5 minutes, the clouds stopped moving too. It was like the world got paused and forgot to press play. The man called his dog. No response. He found it mid-step, tail up, eyes open, but lifeless. It didn't blink, didn't breathe, just locked. He touched it, and for a moment, the whole hallway felt colder. Then the dog shivered and ran off like nothing happened. But he knew what he felt. A charger sat plugged in, the cord straight, but its shadow wasn't. In the shadow, the cord curled like it used to, a loop that wasn't there anymore, like the past hadn't updated, and the shadow remembered something the world didn't. Traffic moved fine, until half of it didn't. One whole lane, frozen solid. Cars mid-turn, brake lights glowing, drivers stuck like mannequins. The other side, smooth as ever, like someone paused just one side of the screen. A clean split. It didn't fix fast either. People walked around, filming, whispering. No one could explain it. In the sky above a quiet neighborhood, something burned. Not lightning, not the sun. It looked like a flame tearing through clouds. Except it didn't spread or fade. It just stayed, hovering, glowing. No smoke, no heat. Like the sky had cracked open and something angry peeked through.
Guys, I'm in 1998. As you can tell behind me, I'm at Pizza Hut in 1998.
A video recently showed a man filming inside a Pizza Hut, but it felt off. The colors, the menu, even the soda machines. They were decades old. People online clocked it instantly. 1998. Yet outside, it was now. He walked in like normal and left through thin air. Literally, no doors. Just vanished into the sky. A time loop, maybe? Or a pocket reality stuck on rewind.
Salad bar at Pizza Hut. You haven't seen this since like 2000. Guys, look at these lamps.
CCTV in Philly caught a wreck, but that's not what had people talking. Just before impact, a parked car near the scene blinked out like it was never there. Clean vanish. Frame to frame. Gone. The police didn't even mention it. People think that car didn't belong in this timeline, like it loaded in by accident, then slipped out when no one was looking. Two teens were skating when one of their boards locked in midair. Front wheels grounded, back wheels levitating. No string, no slope. It just stayed like that, stuck between gravity and something else. They didn't touch it, just stared. One of them whispered, "Don't move it." The spot felt cold, like air pulled backward. They left the board behind. A tourist noticed an icicle hanging in midair, broken in the middle with no support. It wasn't falling or touching anything, just floating. It looked like time froze the ice in place, breaking nature's rules for a second. Late at night, a group of friends saw an object disappear mid-air after being tossed up. Seconds later, a glowing orb floated away. It felt like something invisible had taken it, like a hidden layer of the world had opened for a split second. Someone at a park saw a deer with two heads, just for a moment. The second head appeared, then vanished. The deer never reacted. It was calm, like nothing was strange. Maybe it wasn't from this world, or maybe something just glitched. A school bus was rolling down the road when its camera caught every student vanishing. Their backpacks stayed behind. The driver panicked. It was like they crossed into some broken patch of time and space, and never came back. A man watched his dog disappear behind a tree and reappear seconds later like nothing happened. It was fast, clean, and unexplainable, like the dog slipped out of the world and back again through a spot no one noticed. A mountaineer spotted a group of sheep on a cliff, all stuck mid-movement. None were grazing or walking, just frozen, like something had glitched reality for a moment.
So I love to do karaoke. That's good, isn't it?
Shaquille O'Neal froze on live TV, mouth open. Everyone else kept talking like nothing happened, but the camera caught it. The moment was too perfect to ignore. He looked like a statue, then suddenly moved again. People said it looked like reality skipped.
You are talented. I give you a little credit on that.
Someone looked up and saw a flamingo walking across the sky. Not flying, walking, step by step, like the air was solid ground. It didn't make sense, but it happened. For a second, it felt like the sky showed a hidden world. A man in traffic saw a helicopter floating in the air, completely still. Its blades weren't spinning. It wasn't flying or falling. It just hung there, stuck. No sound, no movement. Like the world around it paused for a second. During a live plane interview, a woman disappeared behind a worker while talking. 1 second she was there, the next she was gone. The rest of the video stayed normal. Nobody around her reacted, but the clip clearly showed her vanishing.
I mean, that's a fact.
Kodak Black froze during conversation on a podcast. His eyes locked, not a blink in sight. For a moment, it looked like something was off. Maybe a shapeshifter or something out of this world. After a brief pause, he returned to normal, sparking wild theories and debates online.
So, yo, what we talking about?
A hunter in the woods came across 3 dogs frozen in time. One had its mouth open. The eerie sight made the hunter question if reality itself had glitched or if the dogs had slipped into another world. A woman walking up to a building froze halfway up the stairs, stuck in place. People walked past, cars drove by, but she remained motionless, like a shadow caught outside of time. Was she stuck in another dimension, or was reality just playing tricks? While flying, a passenger saw another airplane hovering still in the sky, not moving at all. It didn't make sense. Some think it was a sky lock, a rare moment when time freezes. The phenomenon lasted only a few seconds, leaving him with a story that sounded too wild to be real. At an airport security checkpoint, a girl vanished on camera. One moment she was in line, the next, gone. The girl behind her looked around in confusion. Could it have been a glitch, or had she been teleported somewhere else? The footage left everyone wondering, but it was clear. Something unexplainable had happened. A lady on a live TV show suddenly froze, blinking rapidly and contorting her face, sparking theories she might be a reptilian or possess mysterious powers. Locals filmed a man standing frozen mid-step in the middle of the road, his posture suggesting a glitch in reality or a tear in time.
Anyway, there is a lot of memory.
During a live broadcast, journalist AI Rocker froze mid-sentence, leaving viewers wondering if it was a glitch or something stranger.
35 years ago today, Elvis Presley passed.
A fisherman witnessed two horses frozen in the river, seemingly pulled by an unseen force, before they resumed moving as if nothing happened. In 1987, a strange video aired with a man in a Max Headroom style mask saying odd things, sparking fears of a hidden message or unauthorized broadcast.
Why are they all not moving?
This woman watched her chickens freeze, like time had paused. Some called it a glitch, others thought it was something far stranger.
Chickens!
A man lifted a parked truck with nothing but his hands, no tools, no help. People began to wonder if he was more than human. At an airport, a man holding a briefcase vanished in front of shocked onlookers. Some believed he was teleported. Others said dark energy took him. A tourist spotted a cloud moving against the wind, slowly and deliberately. Was it a UFO in disguise, or something from another world? On Antique Roadshow, a man's eyes changed, turning cold and reptilian. Could he be a shapeshifter hiding in plain sight?
That guy.
That's Caesar Romero.
In a video clip, Mark Zuckerberg lifts a glass of water, but doesn't drink. The water stays still, untouched. He stares ahead, glass at his lips, frozen for a bit too long.